I'm sitting here being cozy with my coffee. This is the gingerbread Nespresso pod. So we're just like super Christmassy. So I thought this video would be like a post-show slash off-season update. We are now, oh hi. Don't mind our recycling over there. Anyway, off-season update. We are now at like, I think around 10 weeks post-show. Just to kind of, if you're new to the whole like bodybuilding world. Hi, I'm Daniela, I'm a bodybuilder. I did my second pro season now. This past October was my last show of my 2024 season. Before that, I had another pro season. My pro debut season was in 2022. I got my pro card in wellness in 2021. And I started competing in 2020. So it's been quite a few years of dieting, of off-seasoning, and all of that stuff. And after every show season comes a reverse diet season as you're heading into your off season. And during your off season is when you build muscle and try to grow as much as you can until the next prep and contest prep season phase, where you diet down your body fat and try to like show off the muscle that you've built. So that's kind of the cyclical events that happen as a bodybuilder. And so I took off from my 2022 season. I took off the entirety of 2023. So I started my diet at the end of 2023, heading into my 2024 season. So it was quite a long off season, and I think I was expecting more muscle growth or progression, I guess, from my 2022 season to my 2024 season. But I think since my diet was so long, like I dieted from November 2023 until October 2024. So it was almost a full year of dieting, and you lose a lot of muscle when you diet. That's just #facts. So that's kind of what happened, I think, is that I lost a lot of muscle. So because I gained so much weight after my 2022 season. If you compare where I was at 10 weeks post-show in 2022 to now, I am doing so much better. I got leaner than I've ever been for my 2024 season, which was great, but I still need so much more muscle. That was my judge's feedback, is that I just need more legs and glutes. So that is the focus for a quite long off season that is coming now, because I need so much more muscle to be competitive on the pro level. So far my reverse has been going quite well. I was 135 at my most previous show 10 weeks ago, and I'm now 20 pounds up, give or take. So I'm around 155 pounds at my last check-in this Monday. So up 20 pounds. I'm a tall girl. I'm 5'7"-ish. I was expecting to gain something like that, especially compared to, you know, my last off season. And so now I'm up 20 pounds, and it's pretty like, it's been pretty stable around this weight for the past month or so. So I gained it pretty rapidly, but it's stabilized since. I haven't been perfect by any means. I've given into cravings and stuff like that, but that's okay. I've very consciously allowed myself to have treats or dinners or whatever social situations that might arise and stuff like that, because I also want to be kind to myself mentally and like not be like super strict anymore, because it was almost a year of very strict competition diet. I want to make sure I cater to both sides, both like my physical well-being in terms of eating healthy and like not gaining super much super fast, but also my mental aspect, making sure that I feed my cravings every now and then as well. in terms of the gym and like how things have been going in the gym, the first time I had a good training week was a couple weeks ago. Like ever since post show, like the first 2 months post show, I had really bad training weeks, bad training sessions, zero motivation, not any enjoyment really in training. I viewed it as a chore for a very long time. And my husband was like, because I took his pre-workout a couple of weeks ago just to kind of have a pre-workout, and that was my first really good session in ever since I stepped off of stage, or probably before that, because I had pretty shitty sessions leading up to show too. Very first good session in a long time. And my husband was like, I feel like there's a correlation between you taking pre-workout and having a good session. And I was like, I think you're onto something. So I tried his pre-workout that entire week, and that was my first really good training week in a very long time. So I mentioned this in my previous vlog, but I did order some Black Friday supplements from Get Raw Nutrition that I think is coming tomorrow. So I'll show you guys what I got from there, but I definitely got a pre-workout. I talked about why I dropped pre-workout, and that was mainly for like gut health reasons. I just felt kind of bloated and uncomfortable whenever I took pre-workout. It's probably because of the sweetener that they put in it. So I just have been having coffee before my lifts, but at this point I just really want to have great sessions. I'll just like, you know, wear a big t-shirt or whatever if I feel bloated at the gym if I have pre-workout, but I am back in the pre-workout life. I'll give you guys a physique update here today before I head out to the gym. Today is leg day number 2 out of 3 for the week, so I'm excited about that. At some point this vlog I will do kind of a full day of eating for you guys as well. I'll show you a little bit of my Black Friday finds and all of that good stuff. Here's my breakfast. I have some corn cakes with almond butter and a couple of banana slices, a chia pudding with banana, and 3 slices of turkey bacon. Here's my lunch. We have pickles, chicken with mustard and turkey bacon, and egg whites with frozen berries. So my Aura Ring sizing kit came in, so let's see. What it looks like. Wow, fancy. Okay, I'm gonna guess maybe like 10. So that's 10. My left hand, since I'm a lefty, is bigger than my like right fingers. It would probably have to be a size 9 on my right hand. 9 does work on this hand too, but then like when I'm on prep, I lose a lot of volume on my fingers. So I'm just afraid that it would like slip off. I don't know, I'll have to ponder. I'll have to wear these a little and think about it. Here is my meal number 3. So in the bowl, we have protein oats from Tyngre. I have my other 2 behind it, so you can kind of see what it looks like. But one of them is cinnamon bun protein oats, and the green one is cinnamon rhubarb apple protein oats. And in the bowl I have chocolate ball protein oats. Very yummy, with some almond butter and blueberries. And then in the gray bowl I have air fried asparagus and green beans. So that's meal number 3. The number 10 is like so big, and then number 9 is like almost too tight, but it's kind of supposed to be that way because otherwise it can just slip off. And if I'm in between sizes, I think it's better to size down. Because then like if my fingers get chunky or something, I can just switch it over to this one. And if they get too thin, I think I can just squeeze, no, I can't squeeze it onto the thumb. So I guess if I get too thin, there's nothing I can do. But I mean, how bad can it be, you know? So I think I'm just gonna go with size 9.
Ja näin, lähetyksemme täällä presidentinlinnassa alkaa vähitellen kääntyä lopuilleen, mutta täällä juhlatunnelma jatkuu.
So today is Finland's Independence Day. So every year we have the Independence Ball at the presidential house, and everybody in Finland watches it on TV and stuff. And thankfully I can stream it from their website, so I'm not feeling left out or having FOMO this year. Let's open up my package that just came. It is a big one. It's my Get Raw Nutrition order. Right. So this is what we're working with. Oh, if you watched my previous vlog, you saw that I got some Black Friday deals on their site. So I got like free stuff along with my order. First things first, I got a protein powder. It may sound like a boring flavor. This is the vanilla oatmeal cookie, but I really want a more mellow type of protein powder to put in my creamies, because I want to like jazz it up however I want it. So I think, for example, I've been really craving like a vanilla ice cream base with like raspberries mixed in. I think that sounds so good. And maybe like make it a raspberry cheesecake type thing if you sprinkle in some graham crackers or something. Sounds delicious. So that's why I got this flavor. And then I got the aforementioned pre-workout that I have been very much anticipating. So one scoop has 130 milligrams of caffeine, and 2 scoops 260, obviously. So probably just gonna do 1 to 1.5 scoop per workout. But this is the 6-peat Savage pre-workout. This one is also a pre-workout in the citrus grapefruit flavor. Is it a difference in caffeine? It does have some different like ingredients and stuff compared to this 6-peat one. This one per scoop has 200 milligrams of caffeine and way less ingredients. If you look at the ingredients list for each of these two, quite a few more on this one, but more caffeine in this one. So that's great. I am all set for like a very long time, I hope. The last thing that I purchased was this liquid glycerol. I don't know how you pronounce it. This was kind of a spontaneous purchase, but it's supposed to give you tissue hydration, enhanced pumps, and power and endurance. And for 1 tablespoon, you get 45 calories. And it has magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, glycerol, and pink Himalayan salt in it. And I just thought it would be interesting to kind of see especially how my lower body days feel with this without pre-workout, and also with this with pre-workout. So I'm gonna like kind of try that out, try all of those cocktails out and see what my perfect little blend is. But I feel like this paired with like one of those pre-workouts probably send me through the roof. So I'm gonna start slow. Then now to all the fun free things that I got. First and foremost, we got 2 stickers, and I got this little cutting board. How cute is it? It has like the little Raw logo bar down there, but it's barely noticeable, which I really like. Like, it just looks like your average little cutting board. I love it. I'm very happy with this. Then I got the toiletry bag. It says from the ground up on the back side, and then Raw on the front, or whatever is the front, I don't know. I think this will be really great for like whenever you like a gym toiletry bag, like putting your shampoos and backup makeup and sanitary products. I don't know. But yeah, super duper cute. And then I also got a chocolate milkshake. And last but certainly not least is the raw coffee mug. I think that's what this is. Yes, it is. Oh my god, it's so cute. What a adorable little size. Cute. Cute, 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 cute. Just sitting here with my animals. This is Oswald. We got him from upstate New York. This is Mary. That's right. Mary, we got her for his 2nd birthday. And by his, I mean Hopper. So we live like right above a deli that only accepts cash. But they have so many fun things. And now I have like a lot of cash. Not a lot of cash, but like I have cash. I rarely have cash. But I think I'm gonna go down there because they have a salad bar apparently in the back that I've never looked at, but I think I'm gonna go and see what it looks like. If it looks good, I'll just pick like a big salad from there, and then I'm gonna add my own protein. I have chicken made, and have that for my 4th meal of the day. Right, it looked quite good. So I got big salad with like basically everything in it. I got some melon pieces that I'm gonna like chop up, and this mango piece, I'm just gonna chop them up into tiny pieces. But we have lettuce, edamame, cucumber, carrot, black beans, chickpeas, pepper, melon, mango, and radishes, and some red onion. So we got everything and then some in here, and then I'm just gonna throw my chicken on it when it's time to eat, but that's like in an hour or something. Now I'm just gonna have this soda that I got to tide me over. I finally did it. Cozy. I am gonna love to just lay down and read here tonight. So here she is. I've got my salad here with chicken and a little bit of hot sauce. And then here is some kefir. I use this one, the low-fat one, the plain low-fat one, with some blueberries and a little bit of granola. I'm gonna get in my apron now because I got like in a bakey type of mood. When I was in prep, I made, I think 1 or 2 times, I made yeast-free cinnamon buns because I wanted something that I could have made like without having to go buy stuff, and apparently they were like really good. My husband loved them, but I have never been able to try them because I've been contest dieting each time I've made them. So I'm gonna make them today so I can finally try them and see what all the fuss is about. I'm just gonna whip up a little Friday night batch and listen to my favorite podcast, which is like a true crime podcast from Sweden called Spöktimmen. So that will be my cozy little Friday night. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 according to, wait, really? 7? Oh wait, okay. It was supposed to be 10, but I guess I made 9. I made 7 according to the recipe, and then in 2 of them I put this inside instead of the cinnamon sugar that I made for the other ones. So I'm really interested to see what this tastes like compared to a normal one. I know we're doing a full day of eating today, but rest assured, this will be part of the last meal of the day. I'm gonna have a creamy, probably a lemon I think the only one I have is like a lemon protein powder creamy. So I'll have that and probably air fry some more asparagus and green beans. Alright, so this is the cinnamon roll that has the cinnamon bun stuff inside. It's pretty warm, but let's taste test. I love that it's not overly sweet, but I do think the other stuff is going to be better, like with the actual cinnamon sugar inside of it instead of the cinnamon bun spread. I need to let this cool down because I already burnt my tongue. Here is the last meal of the day. So we have a little bit of cinnamon bun and we have the lemon creamy with a rice cake crumbled on top and 0 sugar Fanta. My air fried asparagus and green beans that still have 6 minutes, but I can't wait anymore. So I'm gonna have this and watch Tell Me Lies that I just started. Don't know how I feel about it yet. On Sundays, I try to do like my longer runs, and then like in the middle of the week or like with Hopper or something, I'll do my shorter runs. So I did my long run today. It became, I don't quite remember, but it was like around 45 minutes. I'll put the stats here. Around 45 minutes and a personal best because it was my fastest run ever. I am really proud of like how my pace stayed very consistent throughout like each mile, and it was like a lot of up and down, like little hills and stuff. It was in Central Park. Probably like my best performed run to date given the environment and the pace that I managed to do. So I'm really happy with it. The rest of the day is just a rest day. Get a few things done. I'm gonna go over to the Upper West Side to do some light shopping. We need like wrapping paper for, because both of our jobs have like a secret Santa thing for our co-workers next week. So we need some wrapping paper. In January, I'm gonna do like a no buy January thing, like zero shopping. So I might squeeze some shopping in today while I can. Honestly, I don't know about you guys and your living rooms, but like this is the reality of our pillows, like after every time we've sat here. But for the purposes of this video, let's make it more fun and pretty. I obviously got a cold brew after my run. If we are to put a one sentence summary on my post-show phase and my current off-season, I would say still struggling but thriving. I haven't been perfect by any means, and even though like I'm very, very proud of this reverse phase and it's been the best reverse I've ever had, I still have like mostly mental things that I'm working through. In addition to obviously the big physical thing of not still having my period back, that one is a big one. Obviously I've gained a lot of fat and I'm quote unquote only up like 20 pounds-ish from my previous stage weight, which for a tall girl is like, it's pretty okay, at least in my eyes. And considering I started at 185 pounds and I'm now like 155-ish pounds. If I can keep my starting point for next prep around 170-ish, assuming I've also gained a lot of muscle, that prep will be so much more smooth. So it's already like a win for me to like not have shot up from like 135 to like 180 or whatever. But in terms of like the mental stuff, like I don't want to trick you, I still have like not all my shit together at all. I was talking with my husband about this yesterday and like kind of what our goals for 2025 is, and I was like wondering like, would it be better for me if I just like stop tracking my weight and like stop tracking my food? And he made some really good points. The TLDR of that convo is like, I'm really good when I'm dieting. I'm really locked in, like 100%. I will never miss, I will never cheat on my diet. Like when I'm in a fat loss phase, I'm super locked in. But then when I'm out of that phase, I don't really have like a stopper. Like I stuff my face. Like I can't really exist peacefully in a just above maintenance level calorie level. Like I'm either in a deficit or I'm like eating super much. So my goal for 2025 will be, I'm still gonna like track my foods, but not like religiously, but I'm still gonna track my food. But also, you know, like when I eat out, I'm not gonna track that, but I'm also not gonna eat out, you know, every week. I'm still gonna like weigh myself weekly just to kind of see where we're at, make sure that I'm not like getting into uncomfortable levels again. And like I'm not opposed to doing like a mini cut for like the summer or something, because I am looking at a very long off season. We're talking like years of off season. So if I want to do a mini cut for the summer, like just a quick 8 to 10 weeks, lose 10 pounds, you know, for a better summer look, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so like my goal for 2025 will be like to find happiness, comfort, and enjoyment in being just above maintenance level, so that I'm still building muscle, but I'm not like going crazy and gaining a lot of weight every week. That is my primary goal in terms of like food, relationship, and bodybuilding for 2025. I'm still like struggling with cravings. I think my thyroid is not in a good spot. I went to my annual checkup and they did blood work and she was like, yeah, that's not good. So I'm gonna go see her again in February to kind of get my thyroid checked out again, as I'm like, you know, because I was still kind of pretty close to post-show when I did my checkup. So I think my body was still very vulnerable and still like recovering. So I want to go again in February when I'm like quite far away from my stage, and in a more like healthy equilibrium homeostasis phase. So I'm working on striking that balance, you know, like I never want to punish myself for eating something, or if I eat something, I want to be able to enjoy it and not like feel guilty about it afterwards. So I feel like that is something I've finally started to get a grip on, which is really nice. So it feels good heading into 2025 with that kind of like mental momentum and like a better relationship with all types of foods. Like weight gain is not inherently bad. Like it's something that you have to do in an off season. You have to gain weight. Maybe not super rapidly, you know, like maybe not 30 pounds in the first month, but you do have to put on some mass. And especially if you're a taller girly like me, there's just gonna be more weight gain compared to a, you know, 5'2" shorter girl. The fat, you can always lose the fat. The weight gain is temporary, and for women it's more necessary to maybe gain a little bit more fat for our hormones and things like that. Get a little bit of extra padding if you catch my drift. Don't want to yo-yo diet either. Like I was mentioning that like summer, maybe doing a summer cut or something, but that's only because I'm planning a very, very long off season. I wouldn't be doing that if I was planning to start competition prep again in like the winter of 2025 or something like that. Just set realistic goals for yourself and like be kind to yourself. And, you know, highlight all of the positive things about the weight gain. Like you actually have a life outside of bodybuilding. Like you can go out with your friends or your date nights or family events or whatever, and like be present and take part of things. Like that's a beautiful thing. You're stronger in the gym. You feel healthier. You probably, hopefully have like a healthy hormone balance and like healthy cycle and things like that. And more like food freedom, like you can satisfy cravings even while staying on macros and stuff like that. It's just a beautiful time. Now in the gym, I was talking about how shit it was going the first like 8 weeks post show, like really bad. Not at all happy to be there. Went anyway, didn't do great. Like that was just a very bad cycle. I found joy in running instead, so like I was doing more of that, still going to the gym, but like putting my passion for moving my body into running instead. The pre-workout I had yesterday, fuck, it was so good. Like it was so yummy. I had a really good session, like really good session. So I think pre-workout is here to stay. So TLDR, for my 2025 goals in terms of like bodybuilding goals, they will be a little bit more mellow, you know, compared to previous years or the previous year, because I'm not competing in 2025. So my goal is just gonna be what I talked about earlier. So like striking that above maintenance happiness balance, keeping my weight around like between 160 and 170 I'm pretty happy with. I might want to do a mini cut for the summer. Just make sure that I build quality muscle and not overdo it with the food, but also having fun with food and like actually eating, enjoying my life, enjoying living in New York City. I like all of last year I was so jealous of people dining outdoors and like buying pizza and sitting in Central Park and like all of that cozy stuff. Like I live in one of the best cities in the world and I want to experience that from the food side of things as well. So I'm just gonna enjoy my life in 2025 in terms of that. Other goals for 2025 that are not bodybuilding related, I want to run a half marathon. I already picked one that I think I want to do, which is a little crazy, especially crazy for someone who does bodybuilding where you want huge legs and maybe you shouldn't be fucking running a half marathon, but I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. Then the other goals are more like professionally oriented and like finance oriented and things like that. I also want to write and finish my book. I want to visit 2 more states. I would love to go home to Finland. I would love to visit either Canada or Mexico or both, but realistically just one of them would be nice. So I was just like trying to set more realistic goals this year that I can actually accomplish. I've written them down. Some of them I will keep private, so I'm not going to share all of them, but just like a glow up in terms of finances, relationship with food, professional goals, and hobby goals. I think it's going to be a great 2025. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, off-season update talk. But I'm excited to have you guys on this journey with me, whether you're here for bodybuilding or lifestyle stuff or just you're my friend. Thank you for being here. Carter says hi. And so does Hopper. Bye.